Well, one of the most interesting things about this video, Sean, is that it shows how this American woman married to an Antifa activist from Sweden came to the U.S. and really brought the European model of Antifa to the city. And it really struck a chord with me because it centers around a bookshop, which is a kind of fake bookshop where the training occurs. And I've been talking to members of, law enforcement here, very senior law enforcement sources who talk about the exact same type of bookshop in Austin, Texas, that has already been investigated, that is operating in exactly the same way, where you have professors from nearby universities, in this case UT, and in the video they're talking about in Portland, who will train recruits there in here. And what's extraordinary is that there's a very organized process where you have to be vetted. Vetting is not simple. It takes a long time. You have an entire syllabus. There's a certain number of lessons that you have to attend. You have to be taught in different things. Most importantly, you have to know how to conceal your identity. And one of the greatest deceptions of this movement or organization, whatever you want to call it, is that there is no organization to it. That's what they want you to believe. Because as Dan will tell you, that's how they stay one step ahead of law enforcement all the time. That's how they avoid accountability. So they'll change their names, they'll proliferate the numbers of groups. But if you have any doubt about how organized they are, take a look at what's been circulating on a number of their websites. This is digital security for activists, right? And they put it out. This is the Civil Liberties Defense Center that's putting it out, which basically tells you how to encrypt your communications, how to scrub your social media accounts. They have webinars training people in this. So you don't have to have a central, mini-man command structure, sort of, this is how we're all going to do it. Because they put out their tactics, they put out their ideology, and they all follow the same kind of principles. And I can promise you, this is one of many sites out there that are dealing with different aspects of this. So for anyone to say that they're not organized, when you see all these people behaving in exactly the same way in all these different cities across America, using exactly the same tactics. You know, you talked about bricks, Sean. It's not just bricks they're putting on the streets. The level of sophistication and organization that it takes is so extraordinary that I've come up with my own name for the New York Times after they called this conspiracy theories. I call them the blind New York Times now, because they're literally asking you to look at what's right in front of you and pretend that you're not seeing it, which is just extraordinary to me.